Davis, April Black. Welcome back to April Black Experience right here on the PW Zone and now on the PWC Network. And today I want to give you my preview of AEW Dynamite Grand Slam, AEW Rampage Grand Slam, both happening Wednesday night and on Friday night, live from Arthur Ashe Stadium in New York City. Now, pretty sure all this is going to be happening, both Dynamite and Rampage are going to be happening all together. You guys are going to be live at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Because when I saw the match card for Rampage, I didn't see live on any of the match cards. So I'm pretty sure they're going to have both Dynamite and Rampage tape on all together in 4 hours down at Arthur Ashe Stadium. And to me, if I'm a fan going to that show, I'm not complaining one bit, unless they have dark matches, and everybody knows that nobody cares about dark at all. But I digress. But I did not come on. I cannot come on here and not talk about the matches and what's gonna happen this Wednesday night and on Friday night for AEW. And I want to give you my thoughts on it right here today. And if you're new to the channel on the PW Zone, make sure you like the video, subscribe, tap the bell on YouTube to miss any of my videos. And let's get to my preview. Starting off, we got MJF, aka Master Jacob Fuckface, taking on Brian Pillman Jr. Now, MJF been killing it on the microphone, embarrassing the Pillman family, whether that be in Cincinnati with Pillman family sitting in the front row, or talking down on Brian Pillman, claiming that he's in hell, not in heaven. And all Brian Pillman Jr. is want to do is beat up the fine babyface instead of being the babyface that want to just kick the limits out of MJF for talking down on his family. And I get that Brian Pillman Jr. want to be the divine babyface, but if I was him, I would much rather go out there to MJF week after week, lead up to this matchup, and just kick the limits out of him every chance I get, before Warlord grabs me and throws me to the freaking barricade or throws me off the stage. But that's what I want to see for Brian Pillman Jr. But we didn't get that, and it's I don't no disrespect to Brian Pillman Jr. But I would start seeing that than having him be in the visible walls and act like the ring was a force field and he can go out there MJF and attack him with a chair. That's just me. But by saying that, I'm picking MJF to win this match over Brian Pillman Jr. and just for obvious reasons. One, MJF is the hottest thing going on AEW. He's one of the biggest heels at AEW right now, and this is like a mini filler field for MJF to see looking forward to what happens in the near future leading up to the next big pay-per-view Full Gear. So I'm picking MJF to win this match and looking forward to see what happens next for the Salt of the Earth. Next match I want to talk to you guys about is FTR, Cass Wheeler and Dax Harwood taking on the team of Sting and Darby Allin. Now, Tully Blanchard has been on the Rockers for the past couple weeks, and I don't know if it's just him dealing with the fact that the Pinnacle has been all over the place, not being used on TV that much ever since MJF has been feuding with Jericho for the past month, or he's still trying to figure out why nobody got hire his racist daughter, Tessa Blanchard, in big promotion. But anyway, Tully Blanchard has been focusing on taking out Sting and Darby Allin for the past couple weeks. You having Shawn Spears taking out Darby Allin on Rampage a couple weeks ago, and this past Wednesday on Dynamite you have FTR attacking Darby Allin and Sting, removing the face paint of Sting, and now this match is official, and I'm looking forward to it because FTR going out there claiming to be the best tag team in the world. They're gonna be out there one of the greatest wrestlers in the WCW, WCW, and Sting, and perhaps one of the biggest babyfaces in the AEW right now, Darby Allin. So this is gonna be a pretty damn good matchup. Sting is proving that he can still go, with him being 60 years old, and I was looking forward to it. And I do see Sting and Darby Allin getting a win here. as much as I want to see FTR getting a huge win off of a legend like Sting, I think Darby Allin and Sting getting a win here makes more sense in the long run. But that's just me. But if I have FTR, if I see FTR win this match, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be surprised. But some way, shape, or form, there's gotta be leading up to a match between Sting and Tully Blanchard for some weird reason. I don't want to see that. I know you guys don't want to see that. It's just like we know Sting can still go having matches against guys like Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page and freaking 2.0 for all people. But I don't want to see Tully Blanchard in the ring whatsoever. I mean, they had that 6-man tag with involving him and team up with FTR, but I don't want to see him anywhere near a ring anymore at like wrestling wise. Just stick with being a manager. Just stick with being a manager, and that's all I want to see from Tully Blanchard. But Sting and Darby Allin get the win here. The next match I want to talk to you guys about is the AEW Women's World Championship match between Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on the runaway Ruby Soho. Now, I did say I want to see more matches from Ruby Soho before she has that championship match between Britt Baker, but this is what they want to do. Fine, I'm not even mad, especially when when you have that many challengers for Britt Baker at the moment. So, having this match happen at Dynamite Grand Slam makes sense, and I'm not really complaining. But as far as who's gonna win this match, I do see Dr. Britt Baker win this match and obtain the title. Because as much as it would be cool to see Ruby Soho win here, I think it's a little bit too early for her to win the championship, especially when she just came in. And knowing Tony Khan, I don't think they want her. They want to be represented at the company that brings in old WWE guys, guys that would sign the WWE and bring them in to win the championship right away. I mean, there's not Impact Wrestling, there's not TNA. They know for doing that shit, but I don't know. I don't think Tony Khan AEW is doing want that to happen. So I think Dr. Britt Baker, DMD could be retain the title here. Also, they want her they want to have this feud between Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, taking on Thunder Rosa for Thunder Rosa. I think they want to have the Britt Baker to be champion, so they can have Thunder Rosa take the title off of Britt Baker. And me personally, I want to see that happen. I want to see Thunder Rosa finally become champion at AEW after since she's fully signed with the company, because she challenged for the championship a couple times. I think just at one time against Horacita at All Out, but she wasn't signed to a contract. She was still with the NWA during that time. So having her face Dr. Britt Baker for the championship at perhaps Full Gear or Revolution or any special Dynamite episode that you gotta have, more like a lot like a Fight for Fallen or Fighter Fest, they might do something like that. But I would prefer it being on a pay-per-view where you gotta pay to see this match, because this match is too good to watch on free TV. That's my opinion. But then again, we gotta have this main event. They're gonna be having on Dynamite. That's too good for a main event, but at the same time, it's not entitled. I get that in a little bit. But next match I want to talk to you guys about is Malachi Black, as Jamie T would say, Malachi Black, taking on the American Nightmare, or the American fuckface himself, Cody Rhodes. And I know people are afraid for this match, for good reason, because they think that Cody Rhodes could come back to AEW and get a win over Malachi Black, and that's something that nobody wants to see. Let's just state the facts here. Malachi Black came in AEW destroying the Nightmare family. He destroyed Cody Rhodes. He embarrassed Lee Johnson, and he pummeled Dustin Rhodes, and he completely dismantled the Anderson family, Brock Anderson and Arn Anderson. So what good would it be for Cody Rhodes to get a win here? That's just me, because it'd be a bigger deal to have Malachi Black here, Malachi Black get the win here, or Cody Rhodes, because if we get the win, if you have Cody Rhodes win here, what's gonna happen with Malachi Black? Is he gonna be not gonna be on TV for a long time? I don't get the end game with this feud with Cody Rhodes and Malachi Black. I don't want to see a 50-50 booking in AEW because we seen it all the time in WWE. I don't want to see that happen in AEW. I think it is makes more sense to have Malachi Black here win here, and that's when you have Cody Rhodes turn heel completely. Have Cody Rhodes turn heel, and attack Malachi Black. Have a double turn. Have Malachi Black become a face after this match, and have Cody Rhodes turn heel and just go crazy and just go berserk. That make more sense to have Matt, because Cody just straight up get the win here after he just got destroyed by Malachi Black. They did that with freaking Cody Rhodes and Boy Lee. God bless his soul. And I don't want to see that happen with Malachi Black, because I don't want to see Malachi Black beat Cody Rhodes in the first match and then lose in the second match between Cody Rhodes and potentially have another match down the road, and just I don't want to see that. I want to see Malachi Black get the win here and have Cody Rhodes go berserk and turn heel and potentially join the Elite, because his family pretty much dead. But enough talking about Cody Rhodes. Let's talk about the main event of AEW Dynamite Grand Slam, and that is the best bout scene. The AEW World Champion, King Omega, taking on the American Dragon himself, Bryan Danielson. And man, talk about first matchup for Bryan Danielson. I mean, this is huge. We heard rumors that Bryan Danielson. I'm still getting used to calling him Bryan Danielson. Cut me some slack. But Bryan Danielson, we heard that his first match for AEW gonna be happening at this event, the Grand Slam or that stadium. But we didn't know it was gonna be against King Omega, non-title match. This is huge, and like people want to talk about how the hot side in AEW. I mean, people were making fun of WWE for hot side their booking between having a match between the Bloodline and the New Day on Man at Wall. But nobody talking about how AEW pretty much hot side their booking having this match happen this Wednesday night. And like, I'm just saying, like, who gives a fuck? I don't care. Like, they want to have they Monday Night Raw want to have the Bloodline versus the New Day on Monday Night Raw. Cool. If AEW want to have Bryan Danielson versus King Omega on this Wednesday night, cool. I could care less. I'm happy that these matches are even happening, especially for a live crowd, because we don't know what's gonna happen down the road with COVID being a thing. I mean, we all forgot about COVID apparently, but having this match happen in front of a live crowd, in front of a sold out Ardagh Stadium, I have no complaints about it, and this is gonna be a great match. I put that this match is gonna be a Master Gear candidate, and I see Bryan Danielson getting the win. I mean, it's not a title match. I mean, with the title not on the line, I don't know, they're gonna have a Swerve announcing the time match later on that night, like Jargo said on his Mark Poston podcast this week. But if they do have the time match, if they're not gonna have the time match this on Wednesday night, most likely gonna happen at Full Gear or at Revolution, because I do see Bryan Danielson. God damn it. I do see Bryan Danielson again winning here over King Omega, and I do see him winning the match later on for the title, because Bryan Danielson, I know when the laws are supposed to matter here at AEW, but he can have him be world champion right now, and nobody got to bat an eye. Nobody got to give a shit. Nobody got to complain that Bryan Danielson is the AEW world champion after being King Omega. Nobody got to give to assist. Nobody got to complain. I'm not gonna give a shit. I'm not gonna complain about it. But like, Daniel Bryan is ready to be world champion right in the AEW right now. And if people disagree with me, fine. I mean, I respect your opinion. I respect your disagreement. But I think that Bryan Danielson being world champion in AEW without having that many matches at AEW, I don't think that'd be a problem. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. I don't think people are gonna be going on social media and ranting about it, because Daniel Bryan looks like he can be world champion right now in AEW. So I do see Bryan Danielson get a win here over Kenny Omega, and later on at Full Gear or at Revolution, whatever big pay per view they got have this match again. I do see Bryan Danielson getting a win over in that match and becoming the world champion, and that's gonna be a great sight to see. But that's my thoughts on AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. Let's get to my positions for AEW Rampage Grand Slam. And now it's time to talk about AEW Rampage Grand Slam. Now, Rampage not gonna be as big as Dynamite this Wednesday, but it's still gonna be a big night nonetheless. Because it's the first time Rampage gonna be going on 2 hours, and gonna have 6 matches. Well, 5 if you don't count the NJ and Penelope 4 match, a match that I don't think anyone is looking forward to, especially with the shenanigans with NJ and Tay Conti versus the Bunny and Penelope Ford. I don't care nonetheless. So I just gotta talk about the 5 matches that gonna be going on here. Rampage should be this Rampage should be called Rampage Tag Team Turmoil, with all the tag team matches that gonna be happening tonight, this night. But I want to talk to you guys about the first match that most likely gonna be opening Rampage this Friday, and that is CM Punk taking on Powerhouse Hobbs with Hook. Cause I can't mention Powerhouse Hobbs or anyone for Team Tag without mentioning Hook, cause that's been Hook has been the big talk on social media ever since CM Punk said send Hook this past 2 weeks ago on Dynamite. But I digress. CM Punk, the first match for him on TV in 7 years. He gonna be talking about this match on the Dynamite Grand Slam this Wednesday as well. So another CM Punk talking segment was can't get another of those. Anyway, CM Punk staying on Powerhouse Hobbs. It's been brewing for a couple weeks now, ever since Taz claimed that he heard CM Punk talking shit about Team Taz, which I haven't heard anything about that at all. But whatever, it's Taz, he's a dumbass. But yeah, CM Punk calling out everybody for Team Taz, especially Hook. And last week on commentary, he was on CM Punk getting attacked by both Hook and Powerhouse Hobbs, putting CM Punk through the announce table. And I mean, this could go either way. I mean, I heard Jimmy T and Chris Ames praising Powerhouse Hobbs for the past month or so, and I tend to agree I agree with them, because Powerhouse Hobbs has been very impressive ever since he joined Team Taz. He was impressive ever since he joined AEW. I mean, we would be honest, because he had a breakout performance at All Out last year in the Casino Battle Royal, and it's just that he's just been very impressive. And hopefully he gets more TV time. Hopefully he gets more opportunities like this going against guys like CM Punk. And speaking of CM Punk, man, CM Punk talking segments have been they've been boring as hell. I mean, I get it. You're here in AEW, you like AEW, you hate WWE. We get it, but hopefully this is a sign that we gotta get more TV matches for CM Punk instead of having him come out and talk his ass off about absolutely nothing. But by saying that, I do see CM Punk win this match. I don't think he's gonna be able to lift him up for the TTS. I'll be shocked if he does. I do think he tapped him out with his Anaconda Rice submission hold. Jimmy T said that the Powerhouse Hobbs and CM Punk reminds him of CM Punk and Ryback, and yeah, I do agree with that. But Powerhouse Hobbs is no Ryback. Powerhouse Hobbs not dumb as fuck, so I don't see Powerhouse Hobbs potentially injuring CM Punk like Ryback did back he was in WWE. So CM Punk, get the win here or powerhouse hops. Next match I want to talk to you guys about is a tag team match between the man of the year, Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, taking on Chris Jericho and Jake Hager. Now, this is a random match, but it makes sense because Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky have been hanging out with American Top Team, having with some of the best MMA fighters they ever produced. You got Junior Dos Santos and Paige Ranvert. I think that's her name. If I butcher it, I don't care. She's pretty damn good and not that bad to look at. But back to the topic. They've been hanging out with American Top Team for the past month or so, and Chris Jericho of all people coming out and be the savior and the guy that defends the AEW fans alongside Jake Hager, and it makes sense because American Top Team is one of the best MMA schools, MMA gyms out there, and Jake Hager being an MMA guy himself, wrestling for fighting for Bellator from time to time. I do see this is an interesting matchup, and I'm glad that Chris Jericho gonna be on commentary yelling his ass off like an idiot. So this is also the Man of the Year's first tag team match on TV since they lost to Sting and Darby Allin, and they probably team up on Avery Dark, but again, nobody cares about Dark. Nobody doesn't. I mean, if we don't see on what happens on Dark, to us it doesn't happen because nobody really watches Dark that much. But I digress. When it comes to who wins in this match, it's obvious that Chris Jericho and Jake Hager gotta get the win here. But if they do have the Man of the Year win, I do see Jake Hager getting the pin, and not Chris Jericho, because it'd be shocking to see Chris Jericho get pinned by either Scorpio Sky or Ethan Page, especially Scorpio Sky, since him and Chris Jericho had a feud back in the day for the AEW World Championship last year. No, 2 years ago in November, Chicago. But I want to see Chris Jericho and Jake Hager get a win here. But it would not surprise me if the Man of the Year win due to shenanigans from Dan Lambert and the American Top Team. And that's all I got to say about that. But that's the match I want to talk to you guys about. It's another tag team match involving the Super Click, Adam Cole and Young Bucks taking on Jurassic Express and Christian Cage. Now, this all came about ever since the ending of All Out a couple weeks ago, with Adam Cole making his debut and super kicking Jungle Boy joining the Elite. And ever since, he had a problem. He had a problem with Jungle Boy. And Christian Cage has been hanging out with the Jurassic Express for months now, and it makes sense that he's in this match, and especially if he's still had issues with the Elite. And I like how Christian Cage is taking shots at Adam Cole, saying how the EVPs saved Adam Cole from taking him out of the developmental, and how he's used to losing the Wednesday Night Wars. When it comes to people taking shots at WWE like that, I don't mind. Like having Christian Cage talking shit about how Adam Cole's lost and has been losing the Wednesday Night Wars, and got to put Friday on the list, and having Sammy Guevara talking about how songs to be able to fail in WWE, which he was. I mean, it makes sense. That those shots at WWE, I don't mind. But if you have CM Punk and Aiden Kingston talking shit about WWE at the end of any dark episode or after Dynamite taping, that's like, just shut the fuck up. I mean, nobody cares. He's just taking side of WWE because it's a cool thing to do. But as far as who win this match, I do see the Young Bucks and Adam Cole getting the win here. Probably some names from the Elite, Brandon Cutler and Nakazawa. But other than that, I do see the Super Click getting a win here, and who knows, we might see a heel turn coming from Christian Cage soon. And to be fair, Christian Cage had a heel way better than Christian had a babyface. Because the way he cut off Jungle Boy by trying to cut a promo backstage last week, that's not a sign for that's not a sign for a heel turn. I don't know what is. So Christian Cage still turned heel after this match, or he should turn heel down the road because he's better as a heel than a babyface. Just me. And this match I want to talk to you guys about. It's a it's a 8-man tag team match clusterfuck between the Hardy Family Office, the Pirate Party, and Buster and the Blade, taking on the tag team champions, Loser Bros, and Santana Ortiz. Now, I don't have that much to say about this match, other than there's gonna be a barn burner, spots, dives all over the place. This is gonna be a match that probably gonna steal the show. If the lifestyle match I'm gonna talk about in a little bit does steal the show, then this match might steal the show. Because the Loser Bros and Santana Ortiz team up against the Buster Blade and the Pirate Party. I mean, that's just green match of the night, and I don't know what does. You also the reason why the match came about, you have Buster Blade attacking the Loser Bros alongside Pirate Party, attacking the Loser Bros, and when you have Santana Ortiz come out and make the save. And y'all know, if you guys watch Impact Wrestling, you guys know you guys know that Loser Bros and Santana Ortiz have history. They feud for the Impact World Championships for about the summer of 2018. I think 2018 or 2019, depending on those years. But these two don't have bad matches, whether it be as a team or against each other. So I do see this match going their way, having Loser Bros and LAX win a match here, and hopefully we see a feud between LAX and Loser Bros for the tag titles down the road, whether that be at Full Gear or Revolution or any other big special event they have on Dynamite or Rampage. But LAX and Loser Bros will taking the win here. And of course, I mentioned earlier, the main event in Rampage, most likely gonna be the main event, gonna be the lifestyle tag team match between Kingston and John Moxley taking on Suzuki Gun together for one night only. Lance Archer and Minoru Suzuki. The Murder Grandpa himself takes New York, and this is gonna be blood. I mean that one thing for sure. There's gonna be blood. Gonna be fucking. It's gonna be all out war. It's not gonna be a tag team match. It's gonna be a fucking war. And if I'm Suzuki, I'm pissed off at AEW, especially when they cut off the fucking Kaiji Nira. What? Like, nobody cuts off the Kaiji Nira. That's the best part of the fucking theme song to Minoru Suzuki. But that guy just cut it off and have John Moxley. I mean, I know I'm wearing his shirt, but yeah, you got John Moxley come out and have him come out in his hometown. I get it, but there's a Minoru Suzuki. There's a New Japan legend. There's a Murder Grandpa. Kaiji Nira need to be played every fucking time he comes out. That'd be in AEW, New Japan, TNA, WWE, which he would never gonna be in WWE, but I'm just making an example. This is why the Suzuki incident has been trending worldwide since that night. And because of this, I see Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer getting the win. But if they want to have Kingston and Moxley win the match, I do see Archer taking the pin, because I don't want to see Minoru Suzuki getting the pin here, and they do want to have Kingston and Moxley win this match. But that's how I think they're gonna win the match. But I do want to see Suzuki getting the win here, and them having Lance Archer team up with Minoru Suzuki again. That's fucking awesome. And he needs something to do, because he's been all over the place. He doesn't want. They don't know. They don't want him have him be a babyface or a heel or a trainer. They don't know what to do with Lance Archer. So I'm glad he has something to do here, dealing with Minoru Suzuki, and I want them to win. But I think Moxley and Kingston gonna get the win here in this lights out tag team match for Rampage Grand Slam. But what do I know? I'm just a guy that on YouTube give my thoughts and my opinions on AEW and all kinds of wrestling all around the world. So all that being said, if you enjoyed listening to this on the PUC Network, make sure you listen to all other shows on PUC Network, DocPoppy.com. That includes the Monday Night Machismo, Friday Night Carnage, Friday Night Smack Talk, the Confliction 2.0, the PWR podcast, Destino, New Supreme Pro Wrestling podcast, the Hidden Marks Pro Wrestling podcast, of course, my show, the A12 Black Experience, and the flagship, the Wednesday Night Skirmish. And if you want to follow me on social media, make sure you follow me on Twitter at MacReasoners, and you follow me on Instagram at Michael Davis612. And until that time, I'm Michael Davis, A12 Black. I'm out.